Good morning. How are you? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here, live from Rancho Mirage, California. That's what it looks like if you're sitting in a drone here in Rancho Mirage. This is not what it looks like at this moment. It's dark outside. It's 5:32 in the morning here in Rancho Mirage, 8:32 in New York City. Welcome all of you to the program where I try to tell you in plain English what the hell is going on. And what's going on is SOFI just exploded in price at $15.29 a share, up 79 cents, and I don't know why. I do know this. I am aware that Anthony Noto, the CEO of SOFI, was just nominated to the board of directors of Warner Brothers. That I'm aware of, but that is 24-hour ago news. That came out yesterday sometime. This is not breaking at the moment. Now, is it possible that the SOFI shares are rising like they're rising because of the massive profits generated by the big banks this morning? Is that what it is? Well, maybe. Is it possible that we're getting the stock is being mentioned by key people out there? Maybe. Maybe it's anticipated earnings. So SOFI doesn't release results until a week Monday. So we have to wait for that. I will say that while it is exploding in price, GameStop just jumped up 85 cents now. Rocket Lab is up $1.69. Apple's up $2, Tesla's up $15, Microsoft up $5, Alphabet up $3.60, Amazon up $4.45, Nvidia's up $3, Meta's up $10.30. So something's going on. Goldman Sachs is up $19 a share today. Big bank. Cisco's up 46, Arc Innovations up 172, Pfizer's up 14, HBQ up 42, Unity's up 84, AI up 89, Adobe up 556, Netflix up $11, IBM up $2, Vanica's up $4, Home Depot up $8, Enphase up $2.70, Palantir up $2.40, Uber's up 95 cents, and MicroStrategy, which got the crap kicked out of it last week, is up another $19 to $3.61 after climbing $13 yesterday from $3.29 to $3.42. Now it's $3.61. I don't know exactly what the reasoning is, but there is a definite buy wave coming into this market. 1532 on your SOFI, and I see it up 81 cents, 82 cents, because there is nothing for sale on SOFI. There is no reason to sell SOFI from a operational point of view. Why is there a reason to sell SOFI? Because you're going to write cash secured puts. That's why you would sell SOFI. And if you have been writing cash secured puts for the last 3 months, 2 months, you're delighted with what's going on. You've seen the shares already reach $17.19 a share. We're now at $15.33. We're less than $2 away from the high, multi-year high of the stock. And these cash secured puts you folks have been writing have allowed you to haul in daily interest on massive cash balances, and we're all happy. U.S. consumer prices rose more than forecast in December, but CPI cools at the core. That is a breaking headline coming out. That might be part of the reason the market is having a surge. We're up 211 on the Dow, 22-point gain on S&P, and 78 on NASDAQ. But the reality is, NASDAQ is only up 0.38 of a percentage point. So is the S&P. The Dow's only up a half a point. We're not up 1 or 1.5% here. It's green, but it's not incredibly green, which makes you wonder, is this move in the market selective? Is it affecting certain stocks, but not every single company out there? Maybe that might be the plan as we go on today. 1530 on your SOFI is where we're at right now. And I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to report it. I'm happy to tell you this, but I can't tell you if this is going to last, or if the stock's going to go through 1550 now, if it's going to go through 16, and I cannot tell you if this has to do with inflation, interest rates, bank earnings, or SOFI's earnings, or the Noto nomination to the board of directors at Warner Brothers. What I will say is everything I'm telling you about SOFI is positive, and so we're up. But we're up at almost $1 on GameStop. Remember, we lost yesterday $3.14 a share on GameStop. It went down $3.14. It's now up $1 in the morning. Is that a dead cat bounce, or is it going to snap back through 30 again? I don't know. Let's stick around and we'll let you know. But there are opportunities to write cash secured puts on GameStop. There always are. And there's opportunities to write cash secured puts on AI and on Unity and on Rocket Lab and many others that we are following to become a cash holder of significance and haul in some nice interest on your money. No matter what happens this morning with inflation, no matter what happens with anticipated interest rates, no matter what happens with the unemployment rate, no matter what happens with the U.S. economy, no matter what happens in the White House once the shift has been done, it doesn't matter who's in there. At the end of the day, there's one big problem for the market. Huge, huge. Stocks are overpriced on average. Now, is SoFi overpriced at $15.30? Maybe it is, but then again, maybe it's a $25, $30 stock next year, and so maybe it isn't. But the Magnificent Seven, are any of them richly priced right now? The answer is all of them. Yes, they are all overpriced for what they're generating in revenue and what they're expected to generate in revenue. The expected revenues, the PE multiples are still too high, So there's no way around it. The Magnificent Seven and many other of the big Dow 30 and S&P 500 companies are so richly priced for beyond perfection that there's a danger that even with good results expected and coming in the next few days and weeks from all the earnings that are about to hit us next week and the week after, there could be some real pullbacks, on a bunch of these stocks, because they're not going to be able to come out to you and say, "Oh, we made 4% more money than last year," but we can't tell you if we're going to do that this year. We can't give you a forecast. That is not what the market wants to hear. The market wants to hear news that we made a ton of money and we're going to make a ton more money over the next 12 months, 18 months, and that we're our 50-time earning multiple, our 40-time earning multiple, whatever those multiples are, we're going to generate so much revenue and so much cash and so much profits that we're actually only trading at 25 times earnings 2 years from now. They will not be able to tell you that. And there are analysts who are going to say the only way some public companies can justify their numbers, their stock prices today, and to hold these prices, is if certain other things happen that will help them make more money. And a couple of those things are tariffs against other countries' products that compete directly with these domestic companies, or part two, a massive extension of these corporate and personal tax cuts that are not needed in a booming economy. Look, if the JP Morgan today comes out and says, we earned 50% more profit this year than last year for our fourth quarter. Citigroup says we earned a pile of money. Bank of America, we made a pile of money. Wells Fargo, we did really well. Why do they need corporate tax cuts? You guys are doing really well in the environment we're in. Well, the reality is this. In the environment we're in, these companies are benefiting from the tax cuts that were passed by the Republican-led Congress, Senate, and White House back in 2017-18. These tax cuts expire next year to temporarily help America get on its feet again. It worked. If the tax cuts are solely responsible for every corporation making money, the Trump tax cuts are the only reason on earth that these companies are making the kind of money they're making, well, then it worked. Now, if these companies are also well managed and well run, and these companies are interlaced with each other, with the board of directors of all of these companies interconnected with each other, JP Morgan has directors of its company involved with directorships of hundreds of other companies, And the same thing at Bank of America and Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. You name them all. They're all interconnected with each other and all their pals. All S&P 500 companies and NASDAQ 100s and Dow 30s, all the boards of directors of all of those companies are interconnected with each other in one way or another through friends and allies and associates, advisors. They're totally together, and they're all funding super PACs, all of them, to make sure that Washington toes the line where they want Washington to toe the line. And so, of course, they're benefiting. They're benefiting off the backs of the 350 million Americans that are not the one percenters. Of course, who's paying for all of this? The American taxpayer through generous corporate tax incentives and low tax rates. Why is it that for the last 4 years, the unemployment rate in the United States has effectively been in the low 4 percentile range, which is commonly referred to as full employment in this country? There are not news stories on every media, no matter what the media you watch, all the media in the United States, you do not see lineups and lineups and lineups of unemployed Americans who can't find work. Those pictures are from the Reagan era. The Ronald Reagan era was filled with photos and images and video of millions of Americans who couldn't find jobs because the Rust Belt was being eviscerated by foreign competition. Today, with a 4.1% unemployment rate, there are no lineups. Why is it then, with full employment, the strongest economy on the planet, the highest GDP growth of any large economy is America? Why is it that the banks of America are posting record profits? Why is it that stocks are trading at 40 and 50 times earnings multiples with all this good news and markets near or at all-time record highs? Why is it then, if it's so damn good, why is the U.S. running its largest deficit in history? The history of the United States deficit equaling now the Second World War deficits in percentage terms on GDP. I'm not talking about actual dollars. Don't compare 1944 dollars to 2024 dollars. Percentage of debt, percentage of economy and obligations of the American people to bondholders, which are controlled by Wall Street bankers who are making big bucks. Why is it that there's a deficit at record highs with a record economy? Don't you think that with the U.S. economy dominating the world and American ingenuity being what it is, and Americans as a whole apparently doing very well, especially by the stock markets, a lot of pension funds in the United States and ETFs and mutual funds and whatever are doing rather nicely. We had a 25% gain on the S&P 500 last year, 25% gain on the S&P 500 the year before that. You had 2 consecutive monster returns for the market. Why is it then the U.S. is running a record deficit? Is it because of Democrats spending money? Or is it because Republicans not taking in enough money? Or is it a combination of the two? Oh my God, could it be both of them are wrong? Could it be the Democrats and the Republicans are wrong? Could it be that the politicians in Washington are spending more money than they bring in and are not interested in talking about controlling the deficit? Because if they do talk about that, they get unelected. It's like, hey, if you're a politician and you're told by your handlers, don't mention the deficit, mention economic growth, mention how low unemployment is, mention security, and then blame everything else on the commies and the socialists. Blame everything on those guys that's bad, and everything you're about is good. And that way, don't mention the deficit, because that's a killer. The election campaign. Did you see the election campaign this past 2 years, where the number one topic was the deficit? No. It's way, way down there. What was the number one concern that Americans had in the election? Inflation. That was actually the number one topic, was inflation, because Americans are noticing that their dollars don't seem to go as far as they used to go. And those Americans who are limited as to how many dollars they bring in, as in employed Americans who don't have a piece of the action on the top end, like the 1%ers, the Americans that don't get $1 million stock bonuses, they only get a paycheck every 2 weeks, which is most Americans. These folks are seeing their standard of living drop month by month, month by month, and they had to blame somebody. And the Republicans are going to blame the Democrats are going to blame the Republicans, and the average American has to choose who to believe. And more people believe the Republicans than the Democrats, and guess who's in power, who's coming in. But at the end of the day, there's a deficit. There are other issues still out there. There are no solutions to this problem, because all programs being promoted by the new government coming in America are all anti-deficit. They're bad news for the deficit. It's going to get worse, because they want to extend the tax cuts. They want to extend corporate giveaways. They want to promote drilling of oil and gas in the United States at a time where the United States is already producing more oil than it has ever produced in its entire history at any one time. There is more oil being pumped out of the ground in America now than ever before. How can you add 3 million barrels a day more to the 13.5 million barrels a day coming out of the ground now? And why would you want to burn another 3 million barrels of oil into the atmosphere? This is a problem. Emissions are a bit of a pain in the ass, but yet that is what sells and gets votes. Americans talk the talk, Canadians talk the talk, Germans talk the talk, French talk the talk. We all talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. We all want to be environmentally responsible, but as long as it doesn't cost me. And we love to house the homeless, but just not in my neighborhood. We all love wind farms that generate lots of electricity, but not where I can see them. We all love nuclear power plants that generate ungodly amounts of electricity for the good of mankind. We just don't want one within 500 miles of my house. We all talk the talk. None of us walk the walk. Except for those of you here. Because around here, I am surrounded by viewers who are saying to me, Uncle Bruce, I am willing to walk the walk for my economic well-being. I don't want to be a paycheck to paycheck person. I want out of that trap. I am sick and tired of trying to find the hot stock of the month, of the year, of the decade, of the moment. I don't want to be involved in trying to find hot computing stocks or quantum stocks or AI. So I just want to make money with my money in a conservative, safe way that I can sleep at night. Is there a way I can make money in this market and yet grow better, grow my money higher, faster, further than professionals are doing it for me? Because the money that is being managed for me through my employer or through ETFs or through mutual funds or my mom and dad's money or my grandma and grandpa's returns are substandard to just the S&P 500. A 25% gain last year and the year before on the S&P 500 has meant that if you have an account that was worth $100,000 3 years ago, and it went up 25 grand 2 years ago to 125, and then went up another 25 grand last year, that's about a $30,000 increase, because there's interest on the interest, it's compounding. You've got $160,000 now. But everybody knows that, yeah, 160 grand today is worth 30 grand less than what it was worth 2-3 years ago, because inflation isn't 2% in my life. The cost of living for me hasn't gone up 2-3%, 4%. The so-called inflation rate of 5% that they were posting, I was experiencing 15% inflation. My power bill, my gas bill, my city taxes, my car insurance, My grocery bill, everything I spend money on for whatever reason is 15 to 20% higher every year, whereas the official inflation rate that other people have apparently is a much lower rate. I don't know anyone personally that has a 3% inflation rate. Everyone I know is 10, 15, 20% more each year. So if you earned 25% 2 years ago and you earned 25% last year, you're going to have to earn another 25% this year to earn 10% on your money, 15% on your money, because 10, 15% of the gains are going to be eaten up by the inflation rate you are suffering. And you're sitting there going, Uncle Bruce, I got to tell you, I'm going to retire theoretically in the next 20 years. I'm 45 now. I'm 48, I'm 43. I want to be retired by 60, 65. I don't know how that's going to happen because my account has to go up by 25% a year every damn year to just kind of be ahead of the curve. Whereas the top 1%ers, these high-end falutin people up there that I keep reading about, are making this incredible amount of money that I can't get there. I don't have a $2 million stock option bonus plan through my employer. I read these financial reports that these companies come out with when they issue their annual report, and I see the performance bonuses of the top CEO, CFO, COO, all these C whatever yo-yos, all these top people, and they've got bonuses up to 100 or 200% of their salary, and they have stock bonuses that are adding up to $5 and $10 and $20 million each. I don't have that. I will never have that. There are 15,000 people in the organization I'm with. There's 1,000 people in the organization I'm with. There are 100 people in the company I work for. The top 5 of the 100 are the ones making the money, the big money. The rest of us are just salaried employees. And we're told that we're supposed to be grateful to have the job. I will never be in that level. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for showing us a way to generate income from our existing investments, to not be the risk taker, but to be the risk taker's banker, to be the casino for the risk takers. Thank you for letting me be an institutional trader. Thank you. Even with my $30,000 account, $15,000 account, $100,000 account, $500,000 account, $4 million account, thank you for letting me be a casino through my house, inside my RV, at the coffee shop, at work, on vacation, wherever I am, whenever I am. Thank you. Thank God you've shown me that I can be the casino, no matter how small I am as an investor. Appreciate it. Look, I'm not here to talk to you about the latest, hottest stock out there. I'm not here to tell you about a quantum computing company that in 15 years will rival NVIDIA. I don't know this business. I have no idea of the thousands of companies that exist. Which 5 in the next 10 years are going to be the top performers of the S&P or the NASDAQ or of the market itself over the next 10, 15 years? I don't give a crap. And I don't have to give a crap. I have to care about what's happening now, here, today, this week, this month. That is where I have to focus on. That's where you have to focus on, because you have a paycheck to paycheck existence in some cases here. Some of you were paycheck to paycheck people. And as you are well aware, there are gazillions of people who are actually not even paycheck to paycheck people. They are paycheck with deficits to paycheck with deficits people for the next number of years. They're making money coming in and they're spending more than they're bringing in, and they're bankrolling their deficit through credit card limit increases, personal loan calls, secondary mortgages. They're trying to cash flow their way through their lives, and they're ultimately going to lose because they're taking on added interest rate obligations for the next 5 or 10 or 15 years on second mortgages. And we're at higher rates. We're at high rates right now. We're not at 0% interest rates, and we're not going any lower either. Welcome to the party where cash is coming in right now from the gamblers into your hands, and you're able to take this money and compound it, and or also earn interest on other people's money and get richer. Welcome to this channel. I don't know if there's another one like it. I really don't know if there's really another one like this channel that steers you in the direction of becoming an institutional trader on a micro level. I'm a specialty channel. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I am not Mr. Everyman. I am not a guru where 20,000 people will come and watch me at a convention. I'm not that guy, because what I am telling you to do, what I am steering you to investigate, are the kinds of investing strategies that brokerage firms do not want to talk to you about, because you are not going to be enough of a gambler for them to make enough money off of you. Brokerage firms don't mind your business. They really don't mind your business at all, because you're generally rich in cash, you're very liquid, you're a liquidator, you're creating liquidity in the market. You earn interest on your money, and they earn interest on your interest. Believe me, firms make money off of your money when you deal with them. Okay, if you have a Fidelity account or an account with IBKR, or you're with Tasty Trade, or with Webull, or with Robinhood, whoever you use, wherever you are in the world, the capital that you're using to make money with, the firms allow you to have accounts with them because you do make them money. You're a builder of wealth, and they're using the asset value of your account to show regulators and their investors how their books are growing, along with all the gamblers that they're servicing at the same time. Okay, so your wealth and your creativity and your trading abilities, your writing ability of options, is allowing these firms to allow gamblers to gamble away billions and trillions of dollars on speculative bets, and you're getting a piece of the action, and so are they. It's nothing personal. It's business, and they and you are winning. So don't be upset if you see JP Morgan announce record profits. Don't be upset if Bank of America makes a bunch of money and Wells Fargo. Be happy, because you want the bankers of the world and the big promoters of online trading, you want these guys to make nothing but a killing, because you are getting your slice of the action. At the same time, you are an institutional trader in your own right, making a ton of money compared to what you were doing 5 years ago, a month ago, 6 months ago, 10 years ago. So many of you won and lost fortunes trying to guess the market. And now you don't guess the market anymore. You let the market tell you what to do. You let the market tell you what to do. Congratulations on taking my classes. There are 18 of them to try to help you out and guide you through this complicated world of options trading, which happens to be the fastest growing area of investing on the planet. It is the #1 place that attracts newbies: option trading. It's unbelievable. The sports betting craze on a device like this, and the stock market craze that has taken off since 2020, 2021, since COVID, has changed the investing environment completely. The big bankers, don't worry, they're in on this. They own their share of online trading platforms. Don't worry about them. They're doing just fine. They love it that you're making money, because you're helping to create liquidity for the vast number of millions of new gamblers coming into this market. And they are going to keep coming and keep coming, because the next 4 or 5 years for a lot of these gamblers are going to be bad news years. Bad news. We have stocks that are overpriced. We have economies that are shaky. Germany just announced a second year of recession. The German economy is shrinking for the second year in a row. Unprecedented. Japan ain't doing all that well either. China is a mess. China is a disaster. Chinese Communist government is jailing bankers and investment advisors because they're living too opulent a lifestyle. This is their own death sentence. China is, in effect, telling their most successful business people to stop bragging about how much money they make and try not to encourage a whole bunch of people to get in on it. And in effect, they're creating their own in-house recession by stifling their own growth from within. It is absolutely insane what's happening over there. Everything wrong that you should not do, they're doing. And bankers are leaving in droves. University graduates in China are seeking employment elsewhere. They cannot get hired in China. There are master's degree holders becoming waiters and janitors because they need a steady paycheck to get by on. They can't get hired. China is an absolute basket case. And you may think to yourself, well, it doesn't matter to me. I'm in Rancho Mirage, California. I'm over here. Oh, no, it does matter. It matters because if the Chinese can't make money and they can't grow their economy, all of Asia is in a recession. They're going to catch a cold. It's only going to spread. South Koreans, the Japanese, the Vietnamese, the Indonesians, it's bad news. And if a quarter of the world's population to a third of the world's population is in a recession, get ready to watch it spread through the Middle East, watch it spread through all of Europe. It's already happening, and it's coming to a town near you, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen. Now, what you can do about it, and when I say there's nothing you can do about it, I guess I'm saying America as a whole, Canada as a whole. Those of you who are here, 250 of you are here right now, just 250 people. You have a way of bringing in income from a source that almost no one else uses in an individual way. You are bringing in income into your house like bankers are bringing in income, like insurance companies, like hedge funds, mutual funds, ETFs, pension funds. You are an institutional player with your little casino hauling in money at a percentage rate that is ungodly, and you don't even realize it. Most of you have not thought about this until I started mentioning it a few months ago, and I'm pounding it into your heads, and I will not stop until you get this figured out. If you have a $100,000 cash balance in your account right now, or any percentage thereof, only because you sold your shares of stocks that you had and wrote cash secured puts for a massive cash grab to top your account to just using a number of $100,000, because I want easy numbers. If you have $100,000 in your account right now, I'm going to guess that maybe 65 cents of that, 65,000 of that is your money. The other 35,000 that's in your account right now is not your money. It's the gambler's money that bought your cash secured puts, or bought your covered calls, or bought your credit spreads. You're sitting on other people's money as an option writer. And if you're playing it right, you're getting interest on your money being paid to you right now. You're collecting interest. Now, Fidelity apparently pays 4.5% on cash balances. Some brokers pay nothing on cash balances. So you have to generate income from the money that you're sitting on. And so some of you have found the way to acquire ETFs that pay a nice interest rate. And some of you are doing the BILs in the USA. You're doing in Canada the CILs. I'm not sure what they're called in Canada. There are bonds of your country available to you through ETFs that you can get your hands on. You have to do some homework here. Some of you have figured out, I'm buying ETFs, Bruce, of corporate bonds. I own corporate bonds from America. I own corporate bonds Canada. I own corporate bonds in Europe, whatever investment vehicles you're using. And some of you are getting upwards of 8% on your money. Some of you are getting 5, some of you are getting 6, some of you are getting 4.5. It varies, I know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're getting an 8% interest rate on 100 grand, that's $8,000 a year. Again, easy math for the old man, okay? Nothing personal. 60-odd thousand of that money, of the 100,000, is your money. The rest is gambler's money that you're sitting on and enjoying to make interest income with. You're bringing in 8 grand on $60,000 is what you're really doing. That's what you're really doing. You're becoming a banker because you're sitting there going, wait a minute, I'm getting $8,000 in interest on 60 grand? Do you know that that's like 13+% on my money? And that's now, all right? If you sold SOFI at 14, 15, $16 a share. It's 15.32 right now. If you sold SOFI and you wrote cash secured puts, and these shares want to go to 17 and 18 and $19 sometime this year, not today, not tomorrow, but just conservatively in the next 3 to 6 months, SOFI goes to $20 because of earnings and earnings and earnings that are just blowing the street away. You are going to roll your cash secured puts. You're going to get out of your 17s, you're going to get out of your 20s, and you're going to write 22s, you're going to write 25s, and you're going to write 27s. You're going to haul in 20% more cash, 25% more cash from these puts. You're going to buy back puts you sold up here for here, and you're going to write new puts worth this much again. And in some of your cases, some of you are going to net out $3 to $5 a contract in added cash, $300 to $500 for every contract you can write. And for some of you out there, you are going to do 50 of these, 100 grand. You're going to do 50 $25 contracts, cash secured puts, and you're going to haul in 20,000 more cash. And now you're sitting on $120,000, of which 60 is yours and 60 is not yours. It's profits plus gambler money. And now you're going to haul in 8% on $125,000. And you're going to sit there and go, only half of that is my money. I'm hauling in 8% on 125, which only 60 of them is mine. Your return is now 16, 17% per annum. And the next rollover you do, as your shares keep rolling along, puts you at the 20% return level, the 24% return level, the 29% return, just on the interest that you're earning on the cash balance you're sitting on as you're rolling forward your puts. This is why I keep telling you and begging you and stoke slapping you to wake you the hell up to take advantage of these all-time high record stock markets with PE multiples that are unsustainable, are ridiculously too high, even on the Magnificent Seven. Sit here with a cash balance, write cash secured puts on your favorite stocks, and enjoy the upside ride if that's what they're going to give you. And if SOFI wants to become an S&P 500 member and go to $25 a share, $30 a share, you're going to be writing $35 puts. And if you're writing $35 puts instead of $17 and $20 puts, you don't have a $100,000 account like you do at the moment, or any percentage thereof. You can double or triple the value of your account now. You're on 250 to 300,000 of an account, of which 60,000 is yours. You're hauling in 8% on 300 grand. You're bringing in 24,000 a year, 2,000 a month interest, and you only have 60,000 in the game. Earnings on earnings on earnings. Back to the bankers. You're becoming an institutional investor, making a fortune on other people's money. That's what it's all about. Blackstone. Have you heard about Blackstone? You ever heard of these guys? Blackstone today announced that they're now managing $11.5 trillion of people's money. All right? 11.5 trillion is being managed by Blackstone. They make 8% on their dough, on that dough. That's $880 million. That's $900 million a year. They're getting 20% of the profits as their fees. 20% of $1 billion is $200 million. If they only earn 8%, they don't have to work to make 8%. They can just put that into the corporate bond market and sit back and go, we're making $200 million a year. They're not doing that. They're way more aggressive than that, obviously. You do not have to be a risk taker where everything you have is on the line in one trade and you hope it all works out. Those days are over for you. You're now a diversified player with different positions of contracts, whether you're doing credit spreads over here, cash secure puts over here, you're doing poor man covered call work over here, even covered call work over here. You've got different positions in each of these categories, or one or two of them. You're actively managing your money, and you're making your money generate revenue to you at the highest level you can get conservatively, and yet you're still busy. That's the crazy thing about being a conservative investor. You think that, oh, being a conservative investor is boring. No, it's not. You can be involved in 10 different investments at the same time, and they're all conservative. And you're a full-time asset manager out of your house, out of your bedroom, out of your rec room, out of your kitchen, out of your dining room, wherever you want to sit down and watch the market and watch Uncle Bruce and hang out with this channel. It doesn't matter where you want to be. You want to take a holiday to Switzerland this summer like I did last summer, you can manage your accounts from there. Just take your phone with you, grab your laptop, whatever, and no matter where in the world you are, you can manage your assets, conserve assets, many of them, and make a return that none of your friends and relatives or you have ever made in your past. And you're going to compound it and compound it and compound it. And that's why I sit here today and tell you about what the future could be like for you. And you're having trouble figuring out, is this possible? I just found this guy a couple of months ago, and I took some of his classes because he wouldn't shut up about them. And I found them to be rather interesting. So I started writing options, and holy crap, I'm bringing all kinds of money here. I didn't think I could do this. And he's talking about compounding it and building this. Is this really happening? And then you ask others who are here all the time on the comment section, or you become a Gold Bagel member right up here, and you hang out every Wednesday night with us. And you say to yourself, these people are not kidding. These guys, these folks who are watching this guy, they're serious. There are people here making some serious money here. Boy, have I stumbled into a channel unlike any YouTube channel I have ever found, with people doing stuff that no one else does. I have never talked to other YouTubers ever before on anyone else's channel. There's no such thing as a family over there. And this guy and his followers are doing what? This is unfathomable to me. I can't believe it. And you stick around here 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you begin to understand, and you've long ago figured it out. He's right. You can make money on top of the money, on top of the money, on top of the money, and really haul in some serious bucks. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. The longer you're here, the smarter you get as an option writer. The smarter you get as an option writer, the more effective you are. And you begin to really make some serious dough. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. 99 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. Have you seen the poll question of the day? I'm curious. Those of you who are writing options, we have 177 so far answering this question, saying the question is this: I calculate the cost of items I need or want by how many stock options do I need to write to get that? So if you go into your Costco store and you walk past the 100-inch television that you can now buy for, what, $3,000 or something like that, with taxes and maybe an extended warranty plan, maybe it's $3,200. Do you ever stand there and look at a TV like that and go, wow, that's impressive. I don't know how I'd ever get it through the front door to the house. But, you know, $3,000 to bring in $3,000, I can bring in $3,000 by writing 10 $3 contracts on this or that. Or I can do credit spreads to bring in $3,000 in credit spread revenue. I can write NVIDIA call credit spreads, 155s, 160s for 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever the time. I write X amount of contracts, and I can haul in $4,000 in cash. I'll give $1,000 back and keep $3,000. I can get that. I can get the 100-inch screen. Or, well, my rent is $2,000 a month with utilities, internet fees, gas, the whole apartment insurance. We need $2,000 a month to pay our overhead with parking and everything else. Well, I just got to write 20 contracts worth $1 each. That's all I got. That's the rent. That's what I'm asking you. Are you thinking that way? Is it beginning to happen to you? Have you begun to notice this little phenomena where it used to be, well, yeah, 2/3 of my paycheck coming up, next week when I get paid, 2/3 will go to the rent. And then the next paycheck, 2/3 of all of that will go to the bills and the credit cards and all these other expenses. And every month I'm trying to save $500 a month. I'm trying to save $1,000 a month. I'm trying to build my wealth, $300 a month, whatever the hell it is. And now you've got this other income stream coming from option premiums, and you're going, yeah, geez, the entire household costs are $4,400 a month. We live at $4,400 a month. That's what it costs us to live on. To make $4,400 a month for my option trading, I just wrote a bunch of cash secured puts on SOFI last week at $750 a piece, $750. If I write 6 of those, 6 times 7 is 4,200 plus 3. There it is. 6 contracts, cash secured puts, covers a month's rent. I am going to be writing 26 of these because I used to have stock and I sold it, and I'm now writing cash secured puts, and that money coming in, I'm writing more cash secured puts, and I'm building my account. And by the way, I'm already bringing in $1,000 a month in interest on my account, or $500 a month in interest, or $300 a month in interest. That's already, I bring in $440 a month in interest. That's 10% of my overhead just in interest to do nothing. This is a new world. I've never been in this world before. I'm not used to this. Am I winning? Is this actually good? Is this actually a positive development, Uncle Bruce? I'm confused because I'm seeing income streams coming into me that I've never witnessed before. And is this, 1, is it legal? 2, is this right? Is this the way to do it? How much higher can this go? Are you sure this is correct? I'm not used to this. Help me, please help me. Welcome to the party. Welcome to another party. Welcome to a party you've never been invited into, ever. The party that none of your friends are going to be invited into unless they do what you did. Study. You took 18 lessons. You watched my classes. You hang out here all the time. You're a Gold Bagel member. You're here at 8 o'clock every morning, Eastern time. You're here at 8:30. You're here Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time, or you're at least watching the rerun of the primetime live show. You've done one-on-one sessions with me. You've had chats with me to say, here's my situation. Okay, I know what you talk about on your show and what you try to tell everybody on your channel, and I know you're up against it, man. You've got thousands of people that follow you all the time, and very, very few of them are the same. They're all over the place. They live everywhere in the world. They have different demographics. They have different ages, different careers, different everything. But here's my situation. I want to talk to you one-on-one. I want you to understand what I am looking at. Now, how can you help guide me forward from here? That's what I try to do. If you've done that, you're in this party. You're in the party with winners here, and you understand what we're talking about. You get it. Many of your friends and relatives and coworkers will never be here. They will never tolerate watching an old man sitting in front of a screen where his hands disappear when he does this, because it drives him crazy. It reminds him of Max Headroom from 1980. They're just what he's talking about. I don't understand what he's saying. I don't know what he means, and they just want the 8-second version. Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it. Or could you do it for me? Because they don't want to invest into their world like they have to. And hey, I get it. I totally get it. You know, and I know, we all know people in our lives and in our world that have the smarts, but they don't have the inclination. They have the ability to learn, but they're not motivated. There are others out there we know of who are sitting back going, you know what? I'm going to inherit $200,000 from when my mother dies, or I'm going to get $500,000 when certain relatives pass away. Our in-laws, my husband's in-laws, my wife's in-laws, they're very ill right now, and there's a $4 million estate that's going to be divided among 4 children, and we're going to get $1 million of it. And so I'll deal with it when it's time to deal with it. And I'll just put it in with the Chase Manhattan and let them manage the money for us, just like my parents did or my grandparents did. And they're getting 6-8% a year. I get 8% a year on $1 million. That's $80,000, and my Social Security will be $2,000 a month, and my wife and husband will get $1,500 a month. You know, we're going to bring in $6,000-7,000 a month. We'll be fine. You know, we don't need to listen to this old fart sitting in front of a green screen where his hands disappear all the time. We don't have to listen to him. Fair enough. Some of you are planning on winning the lottery. Sooner or later, the numbers are coming in. Just one sports bet away, Bruce. That's all I am. I'm just one sports bet away from making $1 million. That's it for me. I'm an expert in the NFL. Okay, I know basketball. Don't tell me about the stock market. I know who's going to be the fantasy quarterback of the year or whatever. I don't. Whatever. You're out there. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for joining me today. Here's a message for you. I pin this on the top of my message board. Stop losing. Start winning the investment game and grab my lessons on how to write stock options for income. Go to stockmarketswithbruce.ca, retire early, and say bye-bye to your day job forever. Why is that message up there every damn show? Many of you know the answer to that question. You already know the answer. You don't need me to tell you. There's 293 of you here now, as we're getting closer to opening. This is, by the way, I'm pointing at a meter you don't see, so I don't know why I do this, but I see a meter that says 293 are here. Welcome, all of you, from wherever you are, and congratulations to those of you who have taken the big step, which says enough's enough. I'm fed up with being a mediocre investor. I make money, but 2% more than inflation. I'm moderately successful, but at the pace I'm going, there's no dang way in 10 or 15 years that my account is going to be big enough that I can live off of it. There's no way. It's going to be enough for 2 years to live on if I have to drain it. And God forbid I don't break my leg in 4 places falling down a set of stairs. I don't have a degenerative hip that's just going to debilitate me, or I get Alzheimer's in my 50s. If everything works out, if it all works out, it's all going to be okay. You don't want to be that person. You've just decided, I'm not taking those chances. I have got to take control of my life while I can, and I can generate revenue that I've never generated before, because it's time for me to beat the inflation game and join the millionaires, the billionaires. I want to do what they do because they're winning. These guys are winning. I mean, my God, look at the bribes that are being paid to the Trump team right now by corporate America. How many times have you seen in the last 2 weeks announcements, little news clips about this company donated $1 million to the inauguration committee for Donald Trump? This company just donated $1 million. This company, they're bribing the Trump people with inauguration money so they can have the most grandest celebration of the re-election of God himself, because they want to be in his good books. Why do they want to be in his good books? Well, because if you make your product in China and you're importing it into America, like somebody called Apple, maybe, this company, for example, you're one of those kinds of companies, you're going to want to be on his good side. You don't want to have the tariffs apply to your merchandise. No, we don't want that. So American designed product made in China or Taiwan or Indonesia or Vietnam or South Korea, you want that to come into America without any tariffs whatsoever. Well, you better be connected to some pretty senior advisors of you know who. Otherwise, you're vulnerable. And why is Canada announcing, the provinces of Canada are announcing toughened border measures for the 51st parallel, the undefended border between Washington State and Maine? Why are Canadian premiers doubling over backwards to try to appease these guys? It's laughable. It's just so laughable. Mexico is caught in a rock and a hard place. Mexico is sitting there going, they take advantage of us by building factories in our country, paying our people 1/10 of what they pay people in Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and we're called the bad guys. It's unbelievable. They're so addicted to our cheap labor, and yet we're the bad guys? How is that even possible? Why is it that 99% of Mexicans are not trying to come to America? They're trying to stay home. where they want to be with their families and children and schools and churches and communities to just get a life. Why are we being labeled as the problem children here? We don't understand. Welcome to the world today. Welcome to the world today. Whether you like it or not, welcome to the world today. How are you benefiting yourself from this entire soap opera that we're in? Hey, welcome, Andrea. Welcome to the program. Thank you. Buongiorno. Number 2, thumbs up. Richard Carlin is right here at number 6. So is Big E, number 7. JJ is here. Happy National Bagel Day. Big E, a strange to only hold cash and cash secured puts right now. You're going to get used to it. You're going to get used to it because as you see the interest come in, you're going to go, oh, every 30 days I get paid to just sit here with all this money. Oh my God, I get it. I get it, Uncle Bruce. If I can quadruple this money, if I can grow it by tenfold, the amount of interest I'm hauling in, oh my God, it's going to pay for all my expenses. I don't even have to work anymore. I see my job disappearing every month more and more and more and more because it becomes less significant. The man, what the heck is that GameStop dump all about? What do we care? It doesn't matter. Let GameStop do whatever it wants to do. You're going to get rich no matter what. Biggie, maybe it's not a dump, but the beginning of normalization. Mark Downs is here, number 12. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all being here. CKT is here, Stuart Lonsdale, Free Range, Jay Gill, Tom Kaufman, Corinne. Thank you, Gold Bagel members and Children members for being here. Andre Delatorre, JJ, Bagel Hustling, 4 foot tall, homeless Canadian. He's talking about Rancho Mirage. What's this all about? Keith, Just Truth. Good morning. I'm number 31. Welcome. Be the Casino. CPI came out this morning and everything shot up. You guys have got to become members of my channel. You guys, hurry up. Splair, good morning. David, CPI report is out. Mark is here. Alex is here. Potomac Beer is here. Welcome, Robert Pierpoint. Welcome to JJ. Warner Brothers Discovery, as said CEO Anthony Noto and Joey Levin have just stepped down as CEO of AIC, have been appointed to its board, according to Variety and everybody else. Yes, Anthony Noto is now on the board of directors of Warner Brothers, a $24 billion market cap corporation. That's right. Ricardo, CNBC is a bunch of hacks talking tax cuts for the top percentage earnings of the population, then saying the economy was bad the last couple of years. Yeah, 25% growth in the stock market the last 2 years in a row. And today, big banks are reporting record profits, all under President Biden. Yes, it's bad. It's bad. HCL. I was wondering why Spire doesn't have any options past 8:15 because the volume isn't there, because they rolled back their stock. It doesn't qualify for option trading anymore. I think. That's what I think. I don't know the other answer if there's another answer. Aurora, good morning, number 48. Welcome, JJ. Headline above. Google it for more info. Ricardo, 6 cash secured puts on SoFi. Waiting on the pop, baby. Deep Value is here, number 50. James, good morning. Aaron, what is up with GameStop? Doesn't matter. You're going to be fine. James, the Misty Tree. CPI was 2.9. I watched the guy yesterday explaining the average among big banks analysis, 2.9. So if it didn't reach 3 point, banks would be happy. Okay, Gustav is here, number 55. Sky High Kite is here. Charlie is here. Jarrett is here. Aaron Duchesne, Alex, welcome all, welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. Larry Titus, how you doing? Amy J, Matt, they're all here. They're all coming in. Some of you are not members. I don't understand it. Why are you not members of this channel? We need your commentary during the market hours, which is starting right now. We need you in here. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Jeff, good morning. Ricardo, good morning. Welcome, welcome. John B, good day, good day, good day. Fidel's been trying to reach out to me. We moved my wife's IRM to them, sitting in cash currently. They want to help me put it in something. Meanwhile, I'm writing cash secured puts with it. Laugh out loud. These people don't get it. It's unbelievable. How do I tell them to go kick rocks? Giddy up, folks. Sharon in the house from the central New Jersey. Good morning. Hector is here. Touchgrass is here. Who else? Hello from New England, says Gustav. Thank you all. Mandu is here. JJ is here. Thank you, thank you. BlackRock or Big Blackstone? Which one of these? You know which one it is. Blackstone, BlackRock. You know which one it is. It's whatever. The Mecca of real estate. The TGL in West Palm Beach is being held at the SoFi Center. This is, I don't know what that means. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're open at 1539 on SoFi. We're up. Beach Boy. I've been a member for 45 months. I'm a Gold Bagel member. Uncle Bruce, contrary to what you say, I'm not here. Fact is, I wasn't here for 45 months straight. No cover calls or catch the gift writings, none of that. I'm just not here. I may have been a member for 45 months, but I'm not doing anything. There you go. Deny. Juan, a ticket starting at $500. That means all these people might be banking with SoFi. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Interesting stuff. Welcome, all of you to the program and the show. Wing Commander is here. Good day. Pappy J's here. Free Rage. Larry Titus. There are the bells. We're going. ALA is here. D.A. Trudeau. Juan, James, Richard, Bagel Babe. They're all here. We're all alive and well, and we're all watching the show. I thank you all for being part of this program, being part of this channel. I love the fact that you're all with us today. Thank you, members of this channel, Gold Bagel members of this channel, for being here. Thank you for those of you who are subscribers to this channel. And again, the members, it's all about membership. I do not make anything from YouTube of any significance when it comes to advertising. When I have 290 people watching me, I don't get rich on the ads. That's not what pays our bills. It is memberships. It is taking classes. It is doing the one-on-ones. It's where I am desperately trying to help you become better, smarter, more effective players and investors in this market. It's time to take your piece of the action, folks. That is what it's all about. We've got the question of the day. 206 responses now are in. We have thumbs ups coming in now at 137, going for 200. We made it the day before yesterday. We made it yesterday. You guys helped us out again. Thank you for getting us to 200 thumbs ups. There is a question here for you. I calculate the cost of items I need or I want by how many stock options do I need to write to do that? Can I buy that? How many options do I have to write? 34% of you say, I think that way. I really do. I think that way when I go to Costco, I go to Target, I watch an ad on TV, I get an email sent to me, says I can get a brand new Land Rover for only $1,100 a month. How many options do I have to write to make $1,100 a month? I actually do that. 66%, not yet. I don't think that way yet, but maybe someday you will. You become an option writer of renown. You'll start thinking this way. It's just a matter of time. Thank you for joining me. We're at 1539 on your SoFi, okay? We seem to be going higher at the moment. I'm going to triple check all the quotes because I don't want to be accused of being incorrect. We're up 221 on the Dow from what I see. We're up 221 points. I note that Rocket Lab is up 127. SoFi is up 85 cents to 1535 at least. Thank you for being part of the show. The Dow is up smartly, 659 points. We're up $120 on GameStop at 29.04. We're up 7.5 on Matterport at 4.90. 23andMe is up 7 cents. Spire Global up 52 to 13.58. ATIP up 6. SmartRent up 5. Apple's up 3.50. Tesla's up $12. Microsoft up $5. Alphabet, that's known as Google, up 3.24. Make it 3.42. Amazon up $5, Nvidia up 99 cents, Meta up 14.86. We've got Goldman up $29.80 a share at 6.01. High of the year, 6.12. Cisco up 43 cents. Arc Innovations up 197. Pfizer up 19. HPQ up 83. Unity up 68. AI up 166, 5.3% to 32.56. Adobe up 9.88. Netflix up 4.67. IBM up 230, Vanik up 344, Home Depot up 1180, Enphase up 220, Palantir up 180, Uber up 150, and MicroStrategy up 1481. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you in the house. Nice to have you with us this morning. 79-point gain on the S&P, NASDAQ up 306. So on a percentage basis, over at the Dow, we're up 1.4%. We're up 1.36 on S&P, and we're up 1.58% on NASDAQ. Oil is up 78 cents to 78.28 at the moment. There's the deal. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's nice to have you here. Barron's got an article out on SOFI. Barron's has some kind of an article out on SOFI. Let me just pop it up for you. Talking about SOFI and Affirm. They are being called winners in a changing financial landscape, says an analyst. They says here that SOFI and Affirm are winners as consumer needs within the financial landscape shift, according to William Blair. Analysts led by Andrew Jeffrey initiated coverage of both SOFI and Affirm at Outperform in a Wednesday report. Our opinion is that traditional banks, cards, and consumer finance solutions struggle to keep pace with younger consumers' desire for instant credit decisions, creative lending products, flexible payment options, and transparent disclosures, the analysts wrote. The fintech sector is a crowded space, but the William Blair team believes Affirm and SOFI are leaders thanks to their digital user experiences, accessible consumer finance products, and flexible payment options. They consider Affirm the leading buy now, pay later provider and deem SOFI a leading digital bank on track to become a top 10 financial institution by deposits. This is huge. Although Affirm and SOFI have yet to navigate a traditional consumer credit cycle, they operated through COVID and have proved their ability to adjust risk in different macro environments, the analysts have added. Beyond that, both companies have demonstrated consistent access to liquidity through a variety of sources. We know all about this. We accordingly anticipate that multiple expansion will accompany steady organic revenue growth, stable credit performance, expanding capital cushions, and improving profitability, the William Blair team wrote. There you go. I don't know what more of an endorsement you can possibly get. 1534, 1530 on the stock. We're up 75, 80 cents. We've traded, I don't know, two plus million, 3 million, 6.2 million now on SOFI. Sorry, 6.2 million on SOFI. That's quite heavy. First 9 minutes of the session. 600-point gain on the Dow. Rocket Lab up 110. GameStop up 90. We're rolling. Let's take a look at bank stocks. Going back to Goldman Sachs to start with it. Goldman is up 27.58 to 5.99. JP Morgan is up just 49 cents to 2.47. That's what I see over there. The bank stocks are doing just fine, and there's no problem with our friends at SOFI. Look, if SOFI is going to become a top 10 financial institution by way of deposit growth, they're number 60 now. Isn't that what they're at right now? Somewhere around number 60. We're talking about maybe a top 50 S&P 500 company. A top 50. Okay, we're not even in the S&P 500. It's going to join it, but it'll become a top 10%er of the S&P 500. That is what we're talking about here. That's what's being discussed as the future, Marty, the future of SOFI. Sell it, write cash secured puts, and get rich, kids, and earn interest on all this cash. My God, they're handing it to you in gobs. It's ridiculous. 1536 now on SOFI, the high today, 1554 already. We were hoping to break 15 yesterday. Remember? We were 1360 2 days ago. We're now 1537. So you sell it here and write cash secured puts for 20. What are you going to get for those 20? 650, 680? Some of you were getting 750, 780, $8. Keep writing them. Just keep writing them. Let the stock keep going. Sell it. Write more puts. Add the two up. Sell the stock at 1530. Bring in 6 something on the puts. What are you getting? $22 a share now. That is your floor, and you're going to go higher from there as these puts shrink out, and you're going to roll into 30s and 35s. You're going to get filthy rich if you play this game. You're doing what institutions are doing. You got to do something. You can't be a shareholder and go, oh, I hope they go up a little more. I hope they go to 17 again and I'll be richer. You can hope for that, or you can just make a ton of money here, lock in great gains, and not worry about the inauguration, not worry about the first 3 weeks of this administration, not worry about recession talk, not worry about what the hell's happening in Europe and China. You don't have to worry about it. You're cash rich. You're a winner now, and you're going to compound your winnings from here. You're going to keep winning. Trying to accelerate you, trying to get you going. I'm excited about this. 1539 looking great. 2551 on Rocket Lab up 135. GameStop 2892 up 104. AI 3242 up 152 right now. Nvidia's only up $1.40. Tesla is up $15. Palantir up 205. MSTR up $15.97. Costco 1350 gain to $930. Costco is trading at 54 times earnings. Costco is triple what it should be. Costco should be 18 times earnings max. It's a retail stock. They don't make software. They don't make computer chips. They don't make electric cars. They're not on the cutting edge of creating futuristic items. They're a retailer. They sell chicken, bread, milk, steak, chips, clothing, and electronics. They make 8% margins, 6%, 7%, 9%. They have memberships. And as long as America doesn't go into a recession, Costco will win. Target will win. But have you noticed Target comes out with reports and their stock drops 15% and then tries to recover for 3 months and it drops again? When will SOFI get caught in this web? SOFI cannot create NVIDIA computer chips and shift their business plan. They are a retailer, a grocer, trading at 54 times earnings. If you own Costco, sell it and write cash secured puts on it. Offer to buy the stock back at net to you $880, $900, a discount to where it's trading at. Take the cash from the stock and the options and earn interest on all of it to buy back the stock at a discount. This is what I'm doing with SOFI for you guys. Trying to tell you, why don't you just offer to buy SOFI back at $12.50, $13 a share, $13.25 until next January. What a nice person you are to offer someone the opportunity where you can buy the stock for $2.50 less than it's trading at. I don't know how much easier you want this. Welcome to the party, pal. Hello, let's go. Matterport up 11, 494.5. I don't know when that deal closes. When is it going to close? 269 gain on Google. Apple up 414. Microsoft up 726. Netflix up 472. Meta up $15. Look, we're up on the market this morning. Yes, we are. But we lost 675 points on Friday. Remember Friday? Do you remember a week ago before that we lost 1,100 points on the Dow in one day? We're getting these kinds of days now. Okay, we're up 600. Oh, yeah. Well, we can be down 600 day after tomorrow. I don't know. But I do not see the market going up 5,000 points this week or next week and compounding after that. We're at near record highs. And we have PE multiples that are ridiculous. All right. NVIDIA's PE multiple, 52 times. Tesla's earning multiple right now, 112. They're shutting down their China factory for 3 weeks. Chinese New Year. They're not going to produce any vehicles for 3 weeks right now. Their numbers are going to be off this quarter. No one is listening. What else? Google trading at 25 times earnings. That's almost reasonable. Almost. They're still 7 times too high. Apple trading at 39 times earnings. That is more than double what they should be. Apple should be 15, 17. It's at almost 40. A little too damn expensive in historical terms. Microsoft, 35 times earnings. It's double what it should be. Who else and what else? Netflix at 833 share is still at 47 times earnings. It's still double what it should be. It should be a $400 stock, 410. That's what it should be. It's not. It's been inflated by artificial entities, tax cuts, low corporate tax rates, too much hype. Not good. You can make way more money from interest on this thing, guaranteed. We're here, you're not guaranteed anything. Facebook, 608, 28 times earnings, still double as what it should be. Nothing personal. I'm not mad at these guys. I don't hate these guys. I love these companies. Amazon, 47 times earnings. It's just they're too damn expensive right now. We are at a bubble. We're in a bubble pricing on big cap stocks. Danger, danger, danger signals everywhere. Danger signals. Yikes. Cisco, 25 times earnings. It could drop 40% from here and be fairly priced. Apple can drop 65% before it's fairly priced. This is the risk factor of these markets. And whether you are into the stocks or into the ETFs that represent them is irrelevant. There's going to be a liquidation eventually. Interest rates stay up where they are and go any higher this year. Inflation doesn't drop enough. These markets are in big trouble. And whatever the Trump team is announcing and coming up with is not pro-growth. It's pro-America, but it's not pro-growth. It is anti-planetary. It is against everybody else. Not good for American exports. This is what is not being talked about. But again, what can I say? Thank you all for joining me. Appreciate you all being here. Welcome all of you to the program. Today may be a mustache day. 5% across the board. Good morning, Brian. Wow, what a bounce, says Free Range. This party rocks. This is nice. Let's see, what else is going on? My GameStop $35 call for Jan 31 is 85 cents. I got $2 last Monday for this thing. Giddy up, buddy. Giddy up. One might be rolling further in time today. Why not? Can you add $2 more a share per contract into your hands today? I don't know what are you waiting for? I would take this dough. Yeah, 28.84 on the stock. Whatever contract you want to write, 35s. Write them for March, April, June. Can you get $3 for those? I don't know. Yeah. Grab more money. Definitely grab more money. Yes, dollars, not pennies. Dollars. It's time. A 700-point gain on the Dow. When markets move like this, you have to take profits. You have to shift into cash because the market's getting kind of stupid right now. And you got to let the stupid market people give you money. Gamblers are just, they think that there's no stop to the upside. Oh, it's just guaranteed win. I'm such a genius. A 700-point gain is 1.6%. I'm trying to get you guys to make 8% on your money from corporate bond interest. What? I'm trying to get you to make 5 times as much. Guaranteed per year. Just 5 times a 1.6% gain on a mountain of money. Just what? If the stock wants to go up another 700, 800 points, you're happy. You're still getting richer. You still win. It's unbelievable. I love this. I bought another cash secured put on GameStop. No, you sold. You wrote another cash secured put. You wrote it and got 575. Yes, I wish I got more than that. Way to go. A $31 cash secured put on GameStop for 575. Nice return on your money. Very nice. What's that? 30% plus? That is phenomenal. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I tell you, it's a thing. Even my experienced writers keep saying. You're selling these contracts up here to buy them back down here and sell another bunch of contracts up here again. Christina is getting rich, and that is what it's all about, is getting rich, learning how to write contracts and take this cash from gamblers. It's insane how much is being handed out. You've got to take your fair share. Look, you think Jamie Dimon doesn't deserve to make $100 million a year? Then why don't you make $1 million a year? Make 1% of what this guy makes and keep complaining about him, but take your share of the action, get 300 grand, get 250 grand this year. I don't know. What can you get? Take the dough that's being handed to you by these gamblers. These guys are at the top. They're taking the money. They're not taking prisoners. They're taking the dough. Thank you very much. You're in a perfect position, you know. You're not locked in like Jamie Dimon is. He can't quit his day job. He can't retire ever. He will die in that corporate office. He can never quit. He's locked in. His heirs will have to deal with all of his taxes and wealth and gains and all that. Nice problem to have, but it's going to create problems. It's the way it is. You guys are not locked into these worlds. You're not obligated to answer to the SEC, to go in front of the House of Congress for questions. You don't have to fly around the world in the middle of the night to do meetings and glad hand and be on boards of directors of 15 other companies. You can live your private life your way, comfortably, very comfortably. You only need to make a couple $100,000 a year. You make $200,000-300,000 a year, you're living a nice, comfortable life. You want to shoot that to 500 to 700,000? You can do so. You want to push it to $1 million a year, $2 million a year? You can do that too. How hard do you want to work? How far do you want to take the needle? But once you've broken 100, 200,000 a year, 300,000 a year in income, you're living a very comfortable lifestyle. As certainly in Canada and the USA, Britain, Germany, France, I'm pretty sure you're living a nice life. And you can take care of those kids and you can take care of those grandkids. You decide how far to take this ride. You decide. Because selling in my brain means money going out of my account. I'm having trouble with this, Bruce. James, you are the casino Christina. Sell anything to those gambler saps. James, you're selling the dream and raking in the cash. Free range, Uncle Bruce, what do you make of SoFi's PE ratio at 122? Concern, nothing burger, because these are such early days. This quarter coming up that they just had, it might bring the PE multiple to 80. The quarter we're in, this is the 15th of January, it might bring the PE multiple going forward to 60. We're talking about a company it's growing exponentially like Amazon did, like Apple did, like Microsoft did, like NVIDIA just did 2 years ago. We're talking about the NVIDIA of banking here. The American Express of banking is huge. Don't worry about that PE multiple at all. Christina, I sold 5 more March 31 GameStop, and this time I got 589. She wrote 5 more contracts. She's done 10 of them now. She's brought in over $5,600, $5,800. My work here is done, says Christina. There you go. Not a bad day today. A free range. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll, folks. You kids are getting richer. Kicking and screaming, you're getting richer. I love this. The Dow was up 642 points. The banks came out with earnings today. They're making money. Guess how much money SoFi's making? These guys, SoFi's going to put these guys to shame. It's massive, massive. It's 15.25 is the stock. This is a joke. 15.25. This is ridiculously cheap. Just saying. 25.94 in Rocket Lab up 178. GameStop up $1. AI up 155. NVIDIA up 161. Tesla up $16. And their factory in China is shutting down for 3 weeks. And the stock is up $16. Does that make sense? Hello? Is anybody home? Hello? It doesn't make sense. And yet, stock's up $16. We're talking opportunities here. Call credit spreads on Tesla, right? 500s for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Take the money, man. Thank you. Christina, I wrote 16 of them today. I wrote 16 cash secured puts today. Thank you very much. Your work is done. You've had a good day today. Nicely put together. Let GameStop go up $2-3 and you'll roll those contracts forward. You're a happy camper. Nice going. We're up 74 on SoFi. Volume now on SoFi is 9.6 million in 25 minutes. Very active morning. Is it record activity? No. But it's more active than normal. Yes. Good stuff. I like this game. I really like this game. I hope you like this game. We have 223 people now who have answered the poll question today. And our thumbs up meter is at 151. We have 284 people watching. That means there's 135 slackers that Strickland is roaming the halls for to hand out pink slips because you're not handing out thumbs ups. I don't know what more do you want from me. I'm giving you a 600-point gain today. I personally am giving you a 600-point gain, and you're not giving me thumbs ups. What do I have to do? I do not know. I wonder. Life is so difficult here in Rancho Mirage. As you can see behind me, how difficult a life we lead here with golf courses and cart paths and palm trees and swimming pools, movie stars. Feel like we're in the Beverly Hillbillies, and I can't get thumbs ups. I don't know what I have to do. It is so difficult. It's stressful. Auntie Jen, what can I do? What do I have to do to get thumbs ups? I don't know.
What do I have to do to get this bagel bag?
Uh-oh, Jen can't get the bagel bag open. She's trying to get the bagel bag open. It's not working for her. She's having tough times here in Rancho Mirage too. 163 thumbs ups. I got 12 out of you. I guilted 12 of you to give me a thumbs up. I need 37 more to get to 200. Help me now, please. 223 people have answered the question of the day. I calculate the cost of items I need or want by how many stock options do I have to write to get this? I want that 100-inch television screen in Costco in my rec room. I need $3,000. How many options do I have to write at $5 a piece, like Christina, or $583 a piece? How many of those $583 options do I have to write to be able to get one of those? 6, 5 or 6. That's it. She did 16 today. Oh my God, there might be a 100-inch television going into Christina's house. I don't know. Is that what you really want? I don't know. Do you want to buy slices of cheddar cheese? I don't know. What is it you want? I'm excited. Are you excited? This is awesome sauce stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. 35% of you saying, yes, Bruce, I think that way. 65% say, I don't think that way yet. I'm not Christina. I think differently, but I want to be just like her. There you go. 175 thumbs ups. They're coming in. They're coming in. Strickland is scaring everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Don't get a pink slip from Strickland. He never had hair, okay? Strickland never had hair. Don't get caught by Strickland out there, folks. Thank you so much for these thumbs ups. Keep them coming. We love it. Rocket Lab is up $2 a share to $26.18. SoFi is up 80 cents at $15.30. GameStop 104 higher at $28.92. Matterport up 12 cents. 23andMe is up 12 cents. Spire's up 64. We've got Apple up $4, Tesla up $18.70, Microsoft up $7.71, Alphabet up $3.48, Amazon up $5.18, Nvidia up $1.88, Meta up $17.95. All of the 7 magnificent 7s are overpriced, all of them, and they're all surging from 1.3% up to 4.8% this morning. Money is piling into the money. It's unbelievable. Goldman is up $31.98 a share, 604, now up $32 a share this morning. Very good run for Goldman. Cisco's up 77 cents. Arc Innovation's up 238. Pfizer up 16 cents. HPQ up 65. Unity up 116. AI up 147. Adobe up 935. Netflix up 1166. IBM up 374. Bannock up 472. Home Depot up 1339. Enphase up 149. Palantir up 236. Uber up 187. And MicroStrategy up 1852 right now. How about that? I have a question for some of you guys. This is off the topic, so listen up. Do any of you know where you can buy a television service where you can watch TV from around the world? Where you can watch British television shows, you can watch shows from Canada, you can watch shows from all over the US. Anybody know of any outfit like that that exists where they take a credit card for a payment? Anybody? I'd love to know. Jen and I have been trying to watch something called, is it Apollo? Yeah, we've been trying to watch Apollo. We can't get Apollo because they won't take credit cards. They want to be paid in crypto, and we're not going to use crypto. Does anyone know? Anyone like that? I'm just throwing it at you. You guys let me know if any of you think about this or know about this. I'm curious. Lorraine is here, number 166, thumbs up. Dude, I gave you a thumbs up. I do every day, Uncle Bruce. I will continue to do so. Richard Carlin is saying, hi, Auntie Jen. Christina is laughing. What else is going on here? Hostergaard, I might have an opportunity to roll up my Roblox $25 call I wrote with a 965 premium I wrote a little while back for fun. Rocket Lab, actually, dang, nephews always make me play Roblox. Send help. I'm playing Rocket Lab. There you go. Hi, everybody. Richie, Hostergaard, Christina, Splair. Welcome, dude. Free Range. Welcome all of you to the program. Nice to have you here. James of the Misty Tree is here. Juan is here. Beach Boy is not here, but he's not here. Touchgrass is here. Brian is here. Bama Babe is here. Welcome all of you to the show. There's a hand crawling up. You see this? The Thing. You remember the what was the name of the TV show from the 60s? The Addams Family. The Thing. I got it crawling up my arm here right now. No monthly fee. I get all the channels for everything, says Christina. I don't know about the show you mentioned, J-Boy. I'm here as always. Lisa, Uncle Bruce and family checking in from Palma de Mallorca on holiday. Taking nice profits from the gamblers today here in paradise. Nicely done. Hostergaard, the claw, it's the claw. That's it right there, the claw. The Thing. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for joining us this morning from wherever you are on the planet, whether you're on holiday or anywhere else. Read my message above, says Christina. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Larry Titus. What is your message from above? What is your message from above? Where? Which one? Yeah, I don't see one from above. Let's see. I get all the channels for everything. I don't know where you get them from because I don't have your, I don't know the name of this thing you're using. I don't understand, Christina, what's going on. Thank you, everybody. J-Boy, I'm here as always. And dude, Apollo is a TV service. Yeah. I'm curious about a TV. Is there a TV service out there
That's what we've used
that
before.
takes credit cards?
They won't take my credit card anymore.
Yeah, we used to use Apollo. We can't use them anymore. They don't take credit cards for payment.
You
Can't
have
use
to
them.
get Bitcoin.
And I'm not going to use Bitcoin or anything else. We don't use crypto. We're not going to do it. So anyone know? Anyone? Any outfit?
Anyone?
I'm sure there's more than one. I have no idea. Anyway, let me know. Thank you. 709-point gain on the Dow, 100-point gain on S&P, and a 400-point gain on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up 2%. S&P is up 1.75%. The Dow's up 1.6%. Oil up 137 a barrel today. Christina, I'll send you an email. Thank you, Jay Gill. Try honeybee. You may want to write that down.
Never heard that one.
Write it down on a piece of paper. Honeybee. Christina says, Christina knows. Lisa, Uncle Bruce, you could get an Android TV streaming box. Has live TV like sports and recorded TV series, films, etc. We have the Fire Stick we use now. We've got a Fire Stick, but we can't seem to find a TV service that we can acquire. It's really frustrating. Anyway, I don't know. And Lisa, these Android boxes are sold on Amazon. There you go. Well,
Okay.
anyway, Honeybee, apparently. Honeybee, if you
I think an Android box is the same as an Amazon Fire Stick.
yeah, probably the same thing. We're trying to go through the internet, and we're trying to, we I don't know. Yes, this is the VC box, says Christina. VEESEE box.
See.
Yeah, you got that pad of paper anywhere? We'll write that down.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'll forget, because this is just on my show here. So VEESEE box, and then the other one was called Honeybee. And there you go.
A pen that works.
Pen that she's just going, it doesn't work. How about an old school antenna? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Christina, no, it needs to be empty so that it is free. It needs to be empty so it's free. I have no idea what she's talking about. I will send an email to you and give it to Auntie Jen. Thank you. Help us. Anyone can help us. We'll appreciate it. Yeah. I just like to watch my Calgary Flames play hockey. Half a game, half a period or two. Can't even get a Flames hockey game. We can't even get local TV stations around here anymore. The cable systems that are in here are so complicated. There are 1,000 channels and nothing's on. It's like how much National Geographic channel do you want to watch, and how much home improvement stuff do you want to watch? Stuff you don't want to watch.
Or shows that are old.
Or old shows. Yeah, we can't.
What am I putting on this bagel? You want that?
Bagel, yes. What should I have on my bagel today? We did the ham and cheese yesterday.
Yes, we did.
We did the grape jelly the day before that.
Yes.
It's Wednesday morning. about fried egg
Okay.
and ham and cheese?
Sure.
Maybe,
Ketchup.
oh, sure, dipping.
Okay.
Dipping sauce.
Dipping sauce.
Indeed. That would be awesome, I think. Maybe that's the way we go today. Let's see here. Thank you, all of you, for commentary. All right, let's see. Where are we at right now? 659-point gain on the Dow. Holding most of this gain. Thumbs up meter right now. Last was 175. We're at 184. 16 away from 200. You guys are awesome. 236 responses to the question. 35% of you say, I ask myself, how many options do I need to write to buy that? How many options do I need to be able to do that? Very good. I know some of you have started off by following me to say to yourself, how many options do I need to write where I make a profit of, say, $2 a contract to be able to replace my paycheck? I know you've done that one. You always have done that one. You've tried to figure out, how do I replace my paycheck from option premium instead? How many do I need to write? If I can make $1 a contract, but I can do this every 2 weeks, how many do I need to write in a month to make this work? I know you're thinking, I know you're scheming, and why not? There you go. Welcome, everybody. I know some of you are sitting there going, if we write these 30 cash secured puts, or we write these 30 covered calls on this stock we've had forever, we can bring in $8,000, and we could use 5 of that to take a 2-week holiday to Mexico. Why don't we go for a 2-week holiday to Mexico and enjoy option premiums at an all-inclusive resort? Why? This is okay. What's wrong with this? This is changing our world. Bruce, you've changed our life. We think completely differently. We act differently. I like this. I like this game. Dude, I'm just looking, and it seems fine using BTC Pay on Apollo. So if nothing else, you can pay there. You just use a credit card and the Phantom wallet in your smartphone. Dude, we have problems. We have tried Apollo every way to Sunday. And as Canadians,
They want so much documentation.
we have to give up all of our personal information just to make a stupid payment to these guys. We're not doing it. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. No. We want to just use a credit card and just be done with it. I'm not going to send a copy of my utility bill and a bank statement and just to buy a TV package. Forget about it. Get out of here. Piss off. So I don't know. I'm just asking. What are you guys using? Any of you using any of this stuff? It's crazy. John Anderson. Hello, everybody. Welcome, John. Thank you, John Anderson, for being here. We're back up 700 points again on the Dow. We're going up again. Here you go. Tesla stock is soaring. Inflation, Trump, SEC, doesn't matter. Stock's going up. Even this 3-week Chinese New Year holiday to shut down the Shanghai factory, stock's still going up. I don't think it should, but it is. It's up $20.80, $4.17 a share. It was $3.80 the other day during sometime on Friday, Monday. It's $4.17. Nvidia's up 229, 134 a share. AI up 196, GameStop up 72, Rocket Lab up 204, SoFi up 75 cents. There you have it. SoFi is $1.60 higher than the low from Friday, Monday, whatever it was. Yeah, we're going higher, and you can write cash secured puts and cash in bigly. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, all of you out there who are making money in this market. They're just handing it to you. They're giving it away. The 700-point gain is insane. I'm happy to see it, but I'm having trouble justifying it. But I'm happy to see it. There's money coming into this market that you can take advantage of if you know how to do it. Options. I can't emphasize enough. Options. Thank you all for being part of the program here with us today. And congratulations, those of you who are taking the dough and saying, thank you, sir, may I have another? Let's grab thousands and thousands of dollars from the gamblers. Take it, each and every one of you. Each of you. We're only 9 away from 200 thumbs ups. 191. They're coming in. Strickland is running out of potential people to hit up for pink slips because you guys are passing out the thumbs up. Thank you, everybody, for helping us. 9 away from 200. You gotta love that. Is this great or what? I like this game. Oh, I love it when you guys make money. 195 gain on Rocket Lab. Keep it going, Rocket Lab. SoFi up 68. GameStop up 69. Matterport up 12.5 cents to 4.95. 23 and Me's up 12. Spire's up 68. ATIP's up a nickel. Smart Rent up a penny. Is it a dime? It's up up almost 10 cents. Okay, Apple up 4.25, Tesla up 20.60, Microsoft up 8.50, Google up 4.20, Amazon up 5.40, Nvidia up $2.13, Meta Platforms up $19.16, Goldman Sachs up $35. Oh my gosh, the high today 607.50, the 52-week high 612. Wow, unbelievable. PE multiple 17 times earnings. Remember when this stock was 8 times earnings and no one bought it? Do you remember? Do you remember? This was 4 or 5 years ago. Nobody would buy the stock at under 10 times earnings on Goldman. It was ridiculous. And even now at 16, it's not stupid expensive. Not compared to some of the others out there. Cisco's up 88, ARC Innovations up 277, Pfizer up 18, Home Depot up 57, Unity up 137, AI up 180, Adobe up $11. The Spiders are up $10. The Qs are up 10.80. Netflix up 15.65. IBM up 265. Vanik up 556. Home Depot up 13. Enphase up 184. Palantir up 242, Uber up 206, MicroStrategy, MSTR up $19.18. Giddy up, kids. Giddy up. Have you noticed how folks from Silicon Valley are saddling up to Trump? Isn't it pathetic to watch that? These folks are they're so transparent. It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah. It is pathetic. We have a lame duck president in 2 years. Watch in 2 years how these people turn their backs on this guy. Watch. They're going through the motions to give him a show, to bow in his presence. 2 years from now, mark my words, he's a lame duck, and they will scatter back to where the grass is greener. It's going to be insane. I worry about the future of this market. I really do. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I don't watch TV much anymore. Dude, I hear you. Apollo is too invasive. It looks like there's a lot of alternatives. They call that type of service IPTV, so that may be the keyboard to search. That might be your keyword. IPTV. Okay, I'm going to write that down. IPTV. I'm writing it down on a piece of paper. This is my hard drive. I'm writing this down on a little hard drive here. Thank you for your help, everybody. Appreciate it. We're just trying to figure out, in this world today, what do you do? How do you do it? I don't know. We travel the world. We're in Europe. We're here, Canada. We got to keep trying to figure out where can we go to watch stuff. I don't know how to do it. Jeff, that Zuckerberg video about fact checking looked like a hostage video. Bizarre. No kidding. It's unbelievable, the BS coming out of Silicon Valley right now. And they're donating to his inauguration thing. And it is sad to see these people cave to this guy like this. It's ridiculous. Silly. Touchgrass, Landman on Paramount is a good show. One, IPTV, Smarters is good. Smarters is good. One, I use it for all sporting events. Smarters? Is that what it's called? I have no idea. Very interesting. IPTV. We'll be looking at it. We'll check it out. We're trying to figure it out. We're just two old people in a retirement area. Just trying to get by in a hard, harsh world in which we live. Cheers, all of you. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. $2.12 a bottle. $2.12 for a 2-liter bottle at Walmart. $2.12 US. In Canada, you can get them for $2 a bottle Canadian. That's like $1.40 American. In Canada, Coke is cheaper than in America. And they make money. The thing that blows me away is that at $1.40 a bottle American, they make money at that still. The weight of moving it in the trucks and to produce it and to bottle it and to market it, and they make money at $1.40 for a 2-liter bottle. In a pop machine, you pay $1 a can. You know, at an airport convenience store, you pay $3.50 a bottle for a miniature little bottle. $3.50 at Walmart. They're $2 for a 2-liter bottle, which is $1.40 American. It's insane. Ketchup.
Little tiny bagel.
Ooh, and a bagel with cheese and egg on it. Look at this. Oh my. Ooh, my goodness. Great. Jen, thank you so much. Jenny! Oh, I love it. Loving this. Look at that. Ham, cheese, and fried egg on a bagel. Ooh, yummy. Yummy. A little dipping in some ketchup here. A little tomato. Let's take a look at that. Mmm. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Giddy up. Right up.
One long fingers honking their way across the sky.
There you go. Stephen Butler, I don't understand how DJT has a valuation the market has for it at all. No revenue, no cash, and it trades at a huge multiple if you look at the PE, and it's losing money. Yep, I know. Dude, IPTV, I saw a bunch of alternatives. I would just check around and see. I tend to search reviews on Reddit and YouTube. You are way more advanced with this stuff than me, Uncle B. Christina, I just sent you an email. Thank you, Christina. For anyone else interested in free TV and all sports, just go to this link. It is the best thing I have. I now have 2 of them. I can watch any sports game live, she says. The link doesn't show here, obviously. Luca, good afternoon. Just landed in Milan. I'm going to watch the rerun. Rock and roll, Luca. Welcome, my friend. Ciao.
Ciao, Luca.
Buongiorno.
And John Anderson was back. He must be back from tour.
Must be.
He might not be that John Anderson, but in my mind, he is.
Exactly. I remember in 2000, oh boy, am I going back? This would have been 2005. John Anderson, you know, Seminole Nights, wasn't that the Seminole Wind, and what was the other one? Tequila Nights.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off. Okay.
Yeah. He had some hits, and in 2005, he was playing in Jackpot, Nevada, which is the border of Iowa, Idaho. That's right, the border of Idaho and Nevada, as far north in Nevada as you can get. The last casino before Idaho, and he was playing at a casino up there. 500 people, 1,000 people, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know how many would show up. This is in 05. So he had already come back down from the heights of #1 country music hit maker to Jackpot, Nevada. Ooh, that was a long way down. The business is fickle. My ham and egg is slipping out.
I know, it's a mess.
I'm working on it. I'm working it. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to have you. I was about to say the same. Links don't work. Here's a square. and occasionally the naming of something. TH, Christina, can you drop that link in Discord, please? Dude, YouTube censors links on our end. Splair, Discord general discussion would be the way to go, I guess. There you go. I have seen in Traveling Robert his videos once. Jackpot Nevada is almost nothing. Yeah. 20 people live there. I mean, it's
They all work
it's a couple of hotels.
at the hotel.
Yeah, there's about 4 hotels, 5 hotels, a couple of casinos, a gas station, corner store. And if you want to go shopping, like, really buy groceries and stuff, you got to drive into Idaho for about 30 miles to get to Twin Falls, I think it is. I'm sure Jackpot had glorious days at one time.
Yeah.
But with casinos popping up everywhere, Indian reservations and stuff, I don't know if people from Idaho have to drive to Jackpot anymore. Because Nevada used to be the only place you could pull the handle on a slot machine, make a sports bet, and then they would have entertainment, and you'd stay overnight, and they'd have a pool, they'd have a golf course. I don't know. I don't know how Jackpot's doing these days. I honestly don't know. Thank you. Christina, premium national and local channels, sports, PPV, Canadian, Latino, ESPN Plus, Flow Sports, BTN, Fight TV, etc. Christina is pumping that up there. We'll check it out. Yeah, don't worry. We will check it out. I've stayed in Jackpot, Nevada. I think I've slept overnight in Jackpot, Nevada twice. When Jen and I and Jen Jr., we used to live here at Palm Desert full time from 2000 to 07. There were years where I was driving back and forth, and I think I hit Jackpot twice. I think the room rates were like $40, $50. This is 10 years ago. 20 years ago. My God. Where has the time gone? 20 years ago. My goodness.
It's just a man-made idea. Following the sun. How silly.
Right. I love watching movies where time travel is possible. People wake up and they get up and they're 20 years younger, they're 40 years younger, they're teenagers again. Unbelievable. All the possibilities, the variables. Christina, thank you. JJ, Bruce, it's National Bagel Day today.
Yeah, no.
Giddy up. Giddy up to all of you. National Bagel Day.
That's awesome.
What was the name of that movie? It was a going back in time movie where the time didn't change. It was the same. The next day was the next day, but the father and the son switched in their bodies.
Oh.
So the father was 40 something and the son was 17 something. And the son was a high schooler and the dad was an executive. And they somehow woke up in each other's bodies. And the one got up and went to school and didn't realize, well, actually, they both realized as they woke up, they were different. They were each other, like, I'm my son, I'm my father. And they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, the high schooler is far wiser than when he was a high schooler. And the executive at work is a moron, teenage moron. I can't remember the name of that movie. And I can't remember the actors.
It's like a Freaky Friday, but it was male instead of female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun movie. And of course, Back to the Future.
I like the one with Bill Nye is the father, and they have the ability to go into the closet and go back to any point in time they want to. So they can go back and redo it until they get it the way they want it. There are no bad retributions, apparently.
JJ is asking, would it have been Tom Hanks?
No.
I don't think so. In Big, well, Tom Hanks traveled.
Tom Hanks in Big, yeah.
He traveled, obviously.
That was great.
Great movie.
And his friend was so good.
Yep,
Yeah.
his pal, who's older than him.
Yeah.
James of the Misty Tree. Like father, like son.
Ah.
Like father, like son. Yeah, that sounds familiar. D.H. Ruda, Groundhog Day is a good movie.
Yes.
Again and again, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When he knows all the answers to Jeopardy.
Yeah, he's watching Jeopardy for the 15th time. He knows the answers before they even ask the question. The other folks in the room going, wow, he's really good at that. Trip Hazard says, I think it was 17 again with Zac Efron.
There you go. Yes, that's right. Zac Efron.
Might have been that one.
Yeah. I don't know who the dad was. I think it was Jason Bateman.
No. Too soon. I think that's too far back.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 again could have been, what, in the 90s?
Yeah.
How long ago? These are timeless movies, aren't they? I love the movie.
That one.
She went back to high school. Kathleen Turner,
Oh, Peggy
Nicholas
Sue
Cage.
got married.
Peggy Sue Got Married. Love that movie. Oh, love that movie. And Pleasantville. Love Pleasantville. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah, that was a good
How
movie
the
too.
color is slowly introduced
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, that movie
It's
was
a lovely symphony.
deep. That was a deep movie. James of the Misty Tree, 1987, Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron.
Oh, Kurt.
Were they the two that switched? That could have been. Could have been.
But no, I think it was redone too with Zac Efron as the high school kid. Oh my gosh, Dudley Moore and Cameron.
Charlie, vice versa. Fred Savage and Judge Reinhold, I think it is.
Oh, really? With Fred Sapp? See?
So many cool movies made about this kind of travel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wake up in someone else's body. You wake up in your body from
and
40 years ago.
Philadelphia, the movie
Philadelphia.
where it was an aircraft carrier that went through a time warp back to World War One, World
Two.
War Two. Yeah. Yeah.
What about that movie? with Final Countdown, wasn't that what it was called?
Oh yeah, Final Countdown. That's what it was called, not Philadelphia.
Final Countdown,
Why do I think Philadelphia?
where they could have affected the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, they were in the Nimitz. Yeah.
They were in the SS Nimitz. Yeah. What a neat ending to that movie. That movie's ending was really something. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to avoid the time warp and get to the Pearl Harbor thing. Very good. Okay.
Charlie says, apparently there have been a bunch of time reversal movies. Mhm. Oh, yeah. If only I knew what I know now back then.
Oh, Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time Machine. There's another
Where
one.
they come back and it's not Google. It's their friend's name. It's not Google. It's like Foofle or something.
Alternative worlds. My goodness.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting comment. Drew says, my first written credit spreads on Reddit and SOFI are expiring worthless this Friday for a $1,500 game. I like this game.
Oh.
Yeah, pal. Way to go. Way to go. Well done there, Drew from Rearrange. Tom, there's a Hot Tub Time Machine too.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Hot Tub Time Machine too.
BZ Lugal, L-O-U-G-L-E, Motley Lou.
It was illegal.
Lugal. Yeah, he invented it.
And he's on this huge yacht. Yeah. And he's got
Lugal.
really bad hair. Because he was bald.
If
He's got a really bad look.
I only knew then what I know now, I'll change the world. Lugal instead of
Right.
Google.
Back to the Future, where he had an almanac.
The sports
he
almanac.
took the almanac with him,
Almanac.
so he could know all,
Yeah.
and all the numbers on.
Instead of Twin Pines Mall, it was Lone
Lone
Pine
Pine.
Mall. That's right.
And the Time Traveler's Wife.
The Time Traveler's Wife. Another one. Another good
It's
movie.
a very good book. It's a very
Yeah.
good book.
There have been some very interesting movies made about time travel and reversal of
And
personalities
reversal of
and all this stuff. Some very good comedies, some movies that make you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff, man. Lugal, instead of Google. JJ, Uncle Bruce, if you had a time machine that could buy one stock, what would it be and when would you have done it? Well, I think about when Steve Jobs was brought back to Apple just before, and the stock was about $2 a share. They'd gone public at 24, and it gone way up, and they had done a split, but then it backed off and it dropped off, and I think it got down to just a couple of bucks a share, and Apple was on its last legs. It was within 90 days of going Chapter 11. And at the last minute, they brought Jobs in to resurrect it and be creative with new products and new designs. And I think one of the first moves he made within a month of taking over again was he brought in a bunch of cash. And the first place he went to, which irked many of the Apple diehards, was he went to Bill Gates and he went to Microsoft.
Yeah.
And Microsoft bought $20 million of Apple stock from his treasury. And I think by that time, the stock had already bounced back up to like 10 or 15 or 20 bucks a share from the 2 level. And Apple bought a wad of stock to put a bunch of cash into Apple's hands. And then Apple raised money from Wall Street, left, right, and center, just everywhere. So it was never short again of money. And Apple became to come up with, obviously, many new products. But I would have loved to have been in there because that stock at that time, within a decade, was worth 100 times its money.
Oh yeah, if you could have written cash secured puts on Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon just blew out of the gate.
Yeah, or if you could have bought Leaps, but then again, you have to be the right guy at the right time at the right
all
strike.
of these .coms,
Yeah.
and I don't remember. I just don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have to take an almanac back with me, or like the New York Times year-end review.
Right. Mandu says hi to you, by the way. Mandu, I'm having a bagel too, baby. I'm having a bagel. No, if I had the opportunity, that would be one of them. That would have been a moment. That would have been a moment, I recall. But boy,
Amazon was so crazy because it didn't make profit for a decade.
No. The stock traded at insane values to its exact. Oh, absolutely.
And we kept thinking, well, this is dumb. This isn't going to keep going. No, it did. Yeah.
SOFI, which is us, either SOFI laugh out loud or which is with is us either. I'm not sure what Christina's trying to tell me. I can't figure that out. For me, last year, Rocket Lab, and before I started my growing tent, which was something police team a few months later, Carvana 3 years ago at 5 at the 600 would now make me jobless on Carvana. I wouldn't be working anymore. Christina, I'm drunk. Okay, it's okay. It's all good.
Giddy with dollars.
Look, if you'd have bought SoFi last year at $5.99 and it's now $15.
It was under 5 for one print.
If you would have written cash secured puts on SoFi, let's say 10s, when the stock was at 5, you would have put up 1,000. You would have got $6 because it was worth $5 a contract book value. You would have made a ton of money. You would have written into 12s, you would have written into 15s, you would have written into 17s, you'd now be doing the 20s. How much in 3 years is SoFi going to be trading for? Is it going to be a $50 stock in 3 years? It was a $5 stock 3 years ago. Who knows? Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They always say, if you had bought Apple, now you would have blah, blah, blah money.
Right.
But nobody keeps it. Only my aunt and uncle never sold.
Right.
People don't keep it.
It's true.
They
Founders keep it because they have a day job. They get paid $1 million, $2 million a year in
And it
salary.
tastes
They're rich as can be. They don't need to sell it. They don't need to sell it for any.
But
anything.
even Disney, he comes out every year and sells because he gets more.
Well, Eisner, yeah. And Tim Cook is selling his stock and donating it to charity. Tim Cook is a huge donator to charity. Yeah, interesting stuff.
I believe he is a good man.
Yeah, I think so too. There you go. Well, folks, we're going to leave you now, and we're going to leave you to enjoy the gains and enjoy the run on this market. And keep an eye on things here. 15.12 on SoFi, up 62. Rocket Lab up 198. GameStop up 82. AI up 135. NVIDIA up 269. Tesla up $20. The Dow up 630. It's been a hell of a run this morning. Will it last all day? I don't know. Cash secured put writers, congratulations. Take the dough and grab the daily interest that you can grab. Why not? Thank you again to those of you who have come through for the poll question of the day, and also those of you who have come through for thumbs ups. We've now got 203 thumbs ups. Thank you very much. Every day we just making it. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. 200 and more every day is what we want to have YouTube promote us. The more the merrier. We've had 253 answers to the question of the day. I calculate the cost of items I need or want by, quote, how many stock options do I need to write, unquote. 36% of you are thinking that way. 64% say no. 253 have voted. Thank you for that. Again, thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thanks to those of you today who've become members of this channel or have renewed your membership. You've upgraded your membership. Don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, I am live Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Come and join me. Let's talk about what happened here today for the rest of the day, and let's talk about how you're doing and what you're going to be doing and how you're going to do it. Thank you all so very much. Larry Titus, have a good one, folks. Neat, with a bunch of zzz at the end. Steve Butler, neat. That's right. Free ranges here. Enjoy it out there. Thank you all so much for being with me today here from Rancho Mirage, California, where it's now looking outside a lot like what it's looking like here. It's getting very similar to that. Thank you all for being with us today. And we'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. And then we'll see you tomorrow morning, of course, at 8 and 8:30 tomorrow morning Eastern Time. And get richer, okay? Get richer. Richard Carlin knows. Neat. Don't forget the knee emojis. Thank you all. We'll catch you later. Thanks again for everything. Thank you, Big E, with a Z at the end. Don't forget that. Bye for now.